Hello everyone, welcome back to this 27th session of Word Power Made Easy. Today we will continue with the words which we have learned in 24th session. So let us go in deep and find out some origins and related words. First part is front and back, uncles. The ventriloquist appears to talk from the belly rather than through the lips, or such was the strange perception of the person who first used the word. Ventris meaning belly is the root on which ventral and ventricle are built. The ventral side of an animal, for example, is the front or anterior side, the belly side. A ventricle is a hollow organ or cavity, or logically enough, belly, as one of the two chambers of the heart or one of the four chambers of the brain. The ventricles of the heart are the lower chambers and receive blood from the upper chambers, known as atria or auricles. The auricle, so named because it is somewhat ear-shaped. In Latin, auris means ear. So, auricle receives blood from the veins and it sends the blood into the ventricles, which in turn pump the blood into arteries. I know it's very complicated, but fortunately it works. So, the adjective form of ventricle is ventricular, which may refer to a ventricle or may mean having belly-like bulge. Now that you see how ventricular is formed from the ventricle, can you guess the adjective of auricle? Yes, you guessed it correct. It is auricular. And we have discovered that, and we have just discovered that the noun ending with cle forms the adjective ending with cular. Let's have more examples on it. Noun clavicle forms adjective clavicular. Cuticle forms cuticular. Vesicle forms vesicular. Testicle forms testicular. Uncle? No. Uncle does not form uncular. The Latin word for uncle, actually uncle on the mother's side, is avengulus, from which we get avengular, referring to an uncle. Now what about uncle? Well, traditional or stereotypical uncles are generally kindly, permissive, indulgent, protective, and often give helpful advice. So anyone who exhibits one or more of such traits to another, usually younger one, person is the person is avengular or act in an avengular capacity. So at long last, to get back to ventral, if there is a front or belly side, anatomically there must be a reverse, a back side. This is the dorsal side. From Latin word dorsum, the root on which the verb endorse is built. If you endorse a check, you sign it on the back side. If you endorse a plan, an idea, etc., you back it. You express your approval or support. The noun is endorsement. Moving to the second part, noise and the fury. As we have discussed in previous sessions, vociferous is derived from vocis meaning voice plus fero meaning to bear or carry. A vociferous rejoinder carries a lot of voice, that is, it is vehement, loud, noisy, clamorous, shouting. The noun is vociferousness. The verb is to vociferate. And can you guess the noun derived from the verb vociferate? It's vociferation. To the third part, to sleep or not sleep, that is the question. Well, the root fero is found also in somniferous, meaning carrying, hearing, or bringing sleep. So somniferous lecture is dull and boring that it is sleep-inducing. Fero is combined with somnus meaning sleep, in somniferous. To indicate somniferous. And what part of speech does it indicate? It's an adjective. Tack on the negative prefix in to somnus to construct insomnia, the abnormal inability to fall asleep when sleep is required or desired. The unfortunate victim of the disability is an insomniac. The adjective is insomniac or insomnious. So OUS, in case you could not answer the question when I asked earlier, is an adjective suffix. add a different adjective suffix to somnus to derive somnolent, meaning sleepy, drowsy. So can you construct the noun form of somnolent? Yes, it is somnolence and somnolency. Combine somnus with ambulo, ambulo meaning to walk, and you have somnambulism, walking in one's sleep. With your increasing skill in using etymology to form words, can you guess the term for person who is sleepwalker? Well, it is somnambulist. And now add the word you just found, a two-letter adjective suffix we have learned to form the adjective somnambulistic. To the fourth part, a walk away. An ambulatory patient is a hospital or convalescent home, is finally well enough to get out of bed and walk around. A perambulator, often shortened to pram, is a baby carrier, a vehicle for walking an infant through the streets. In perambulator, PER means through. To perambulate is etymologically to walk through, hence to stroll around. Can you guess the noun form of this verb? Yes, it is perambulation. To amble is to walk aimlessly. An ambulance is so called because originally it was composed of two stretcher bearers who walked off the battlefield with a wounded soldier. A preamble is by etymology something that walks before. Here, pre means before or beforehand, hence preamble. Hence, an introduction or introductory statement, a preamble to the speech, etc., or any event that is introductory or preliminary to another. As in, an increase in inflationary factors in the economy is often a preamble to a drop in the stock market. You get it? Now, to the fifth part, back to sleep. Somnus is one Latin word for sleep. Another one is sopar, spelled as S-O-P-A-R. A soporific lecture, speaker, or style of delivery, etc., will put the audience to sleep. Here in soporific, FIC is from facio, meaning to make, and soporific is a sleeping pills as well. To the last part of today's session, noun suffixes. You know that NESS can be added to any adjective to construct the noun form. So can you guess the noun form for inarticulateness? Inarticulate? Yes, it is inarticulateness. Inarticulate is a combining of the negative prefix in and the Latin articulus, meaning a joint. The inarticulate person has trouble joining words together coherently. If you are quite articulate, on the other hand, you join words together easily. You are verbal, vocal, possibly even voluble. The verb is to articulate, is to join words, that is to express your vocal sounds, as in please articulate more clearly. So can you guess the noun derived from the verb articulate? It is similar to inarticulate. Yes, you guessed it correctly. It is articulateness. Another and very common noun suffix attached to adjective is, as you have discovered, is ity. So the noun form of banal is either banalness or more commonly banality. Bear in mind that when you want to form a noun out of adjective, you add ness or ity as a suffix. On the other hand, if you want to form a noun out of verbs, you add ion or ation as a suffix. For example, to articulate, we get the noun form as articulation. To vocalize, vocalization. To perambulate, perambulation. Well, this was the last part of today's session. Hope you have enjoyed and learned few new things. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.